Are you a Pokemon or a Magic the Gathering card collector and are just sitting up in your attic gathering dust, getting moldy and going to shit, and now you don't even know what to do with them anymore? Or are you an NFT person that was buying apes or is pretty much over buying some pixelated crappy little pieces of JPEGs that have literally no utility at all, paying hundreds of thousands for these things? Let me introduce you to Illuvium, and more specifically Illuvium Beyond. It is Illuvium's NFT profile picture card game. It is coming out very, very soon. It may even be out by the time you have watched this. It will eliminate all the problems that you have with buying and keeping cards and buying and selling NFTs that are worth a lot and have zero utility. There's two types of packs that they're going to have in this sale. There's going to be a standard disc and a mega disc. They both have different things that come out of them, and they are priced differently. So on top of this, they're going to have an alpha sale of the mega and standard discs. There's going to be 100,000 of the standard disc and 20,000 of the mega disc. They will only be on sale for the first 3 days of the sale or until they are all sold out, and then we will proceed into the normal sale. These packs are going to be 5 times the normal price of the pack. These have been implemented because everyone loves those first edition Charizards and all of that. They are the ones that are most sought after and they are worth the most. So they're putting these at a little bit extra price, but you are able to keep these unopened for as long as you want. And then later down the track, maybe 10 years down the track, when this stuff is absolutely popping off like Pokemon cards is right now, then you can sell this for a hefty lump sum. These packs are aimed at those speculation types of people who want to buy a pack, hold on for it as long as possible, or even try their luck and gamble and open their packs and maybe try and get one of those really rare Illuvitars out of it. Because this alpha sale is very limited, I'm expecting it to sell out fast. You can only mint 10 packs at a time when you're buying, but I'm pretty sure you'll be able to open multiple browser windows or do something to work around this to buy more than 10 packs at a time. And I'm sure people will be doing this. There's a lot of people with a lot of money that are going to be buying packs. So I'll throw this out there right now. This is not financial advice. I'm bringing you the information that you need to know before the Illuvitar sale. Obviously, it is all speculation. These could all go down to zero and cost absolutely nothing down the track, or they could go through the moon and be worth heaps. It is up to you to decide how much money you're willing to put into this sale and how much you want to buy. If alpha discs aren't on your radar, it doesn't really matter. You can take your time because you have 3 months for this first set. It is not going to sell out. After the 3 months, these Illuvitars will be gone. You can never buy them again. The only way you'll be able to get these is from buying them on the secondary market from people like me that buy them already and do not want them anymore, and I put them up there for sale. Alright, so let's break down the numbers here. There is 25 different Illuvials available in the first wave. There is 3 expressions per Illuvial, giving you 75 different types. Plus there is also non-holo and holo versions, which is another 2 of each type. That means you're getting 150 different types of Illuvitars just in this first wave. Plus, if you also add on to that tier 0, which there is 25 with 3 expressions, non-holo and holo, there's another 150. But that does not run out at the end of the wave. This will be included for the whole rest of this set and maybe even further down the track. I'm not sure how long tier 0 is going to be available for. So there's 4 things that govern the rarity of your Illuvitar. The first is what Illuvial it is. If it is a tier 0, which is obviously its own thing and is going to be the guaranteed one in a standard disc, then from tier 1 to tier 5, there's obviously less chance of getting a tier 5 than there is a tier 1. The second thing you need to look for with that is the different expression that is going to happen on the Illuvitar's face. There is an uncommon, a common, and a rare expression. Once the Illuvitar has been picked, then it will pick the expression for you. Obviously, the higher the rarity, the harder it is to get. The third thing that can happen with your Illuvitar is the background. There's 102 different backgrounds that can happen that are also ranging from tier 1 to tier 5. Again, the higher the rarity, the harder to get. The fourth thing that governs the power and the rarity of the Illuvitar that you get is if it could be holo. Every 1 in 20 is going to be holo. They did lower these numbers, so there's going to be more of them, but it still also adds to the rarity, and it looks fucking amazing. So there are the 4 things that are going to govern your power rating of your Illuvitar from anywhere from 38 all the way through to 4,000. So I'm sure there's going to be ones that an Atlas with like the most basic expression there is, but with like the highest rating of background and holo or something like that. There's going to be some really weird ones and funky ones which have huge rarities in one section but are nothing in others, and there is on those very, very slim chances those ones that are going to have tier 5 background, the really rare expression, and a tier 5 Illuvial, and those ones are going to be the ones that are super sought after. But if you are the collector and you back in the day, you used to have the Pokemon cards, put them in the sleeves, or you got the Magic the Gathering cards and you've had them in your sleeves, or however you would like to keep them. I used to have just a huge bundle like this and just flick through them. But these NFTs are going to be able to be slid into an album. So the only alluvial where you can get all three of the stages is going to be the axolotl line, so the Atlas, Axon, and Axodon. So inside its sleeve, there is going to be the Axon line, there's going to be the Atlas line, and the Axodon line. If you collect all three expressions for all three Illuvitars, that means you have completed that set, and that is going to be the same for every Illuvitar throughout this first set. When you complete a page, you are going to get extra points, and this goes to add on to the leaderboard. There's also going to be collections like the water alluvials, the fire alluvials, earth alluvials, so on and so forth. There's going to be so many different collections that you're going to want to go and collect everything, slot them all into your albums, and the Illuvitar can be used in different sections of the album. If you slot it in here, you can also slot it in elsewhere. In doing this, you are going to raise the power level of your album, and there is going to be a leaderboard which will show you exactly where you are in power relation. Obviously, people that spend lots of money are going to be more higher at the top of the leaderboard. So your base portrait Illuvitars will have a power rating from anywhere 38 all the way through to 4,000. And then there is a multiplier on top of that, which is when you add your accessories. You have 5 slots for where you can add your accessories. Each one can give you up to 20% boost to your power. And then once you have fully filled them all, you get an extra straight 50% on top of that, adding up to a combined 150% total boost if you get all of the highest tier accessories, giving you the highest power of 10,000, but they didn't like that, so they -1. So 9999 is the highest power you can go. And in saying that, when you go back and think about the strategy side, as I said before, if you have an Illuvitar with a power rating of 38, there are no way you're going to give it the accessories that give you a 20% boost, because 20% of 38 is much lower than 20% of 3,500 or something a lot higher. So you really need to not just throw everything on these Illuvitars. You need to think about it a little bit. If you get a tier 5 accessory, just hold on to it. Make sure you get the most out of that. Get those bigger, higher powered base portraits to really boost your power up as high as possible to get you up on that leaderboard a bit higher. I'm sure there's going to be rewards for getting to certain power level thresholds and being in certain parts of the leaderboard at certain times. So the accessories are going to stay the same for a bit longer than this wave as well. I don't think they're going to add any more for a fair while. So that's a really quick breakdown of Illuvium Beyond and the Illuvitar sale, which is happening on March 7th, 10 PM UTC. Make sure you have it in your time clock. Make sure you put an alarm on. Make sure you've done everything you need to do with connecting your IMX to the Illuvidex and then actually adding the funds. Make sure the funds are in there now. Like, put them in now, because it does take a little bit of time for the SRV2 to go across. Make sure you buy an SRV2 as well. So that is it for this Illuvitars video. I've tried to put a little bit more effort in for you guys, just so you got a little bit more entertained. If this has really tickled your fancy even more, make sure you boop those buttons down below, and let's get into that Illuvitar sale. Good luck.